Hey guys, so I've had quite a few requests to put a quick comparison up of the new Xiaomi Redmi Note 2 versus the Lenovo K3 Note, which is a very cheap phone here. So which one gives you the most bang for buck? We can certainly have a look here. Both very similar. 5.5 inch devices here for nothing virtually. Practically give these two away, but hopefully we can get good speeds here from one of them. I've done a camera test as well between them, so we can see if there's any differences. Both coming from overseas in terms of where I got them from, but they don't cost much, so wow. So the K3 Note, very nice and fast to boot up, versus the slightly slower, I always forget its name, Redmi Note 2. I keep thinking it's called Mi Note or something like that. Redmi Note 2. So you can see we're all up to date in terms of the Android, and I think we've closed everything off, so you can see that is the case. So we can just start off here, open up some apps, nice and quick. So it's a slightly different screen here, but we can always do that again. If I can remember the multitasking on both of them. Swipe up, swipe down, I think it's swipe up, and get rid of that one. Let's try that again. Boom. So the Redmi seems to be in front. And again, so the Redmi coming with the Helio X10 from MediaTek versus the K3 Note coming with, what does it come with? Another MediaTek processor. I forget what it is though. It's quite a decent one actually. It's the same one in the C4 by Xperia or Sony, and I think the X10 though is slightly ahead, if we're to be honest, in the Redmi on the left. I don't blame you if you get these two confused. I'll probably keep reminding you which one's which. About the clock, so probably the Xiaomi again, and I think we do have a dialer, about the same, and messaging, about the same, and I think I'm running out of apps now, pretty much. Play Store. So I think the K3 was a bit quicker there, but I think in general the speed seems to be a little bit nippier on the Redmi. So I'll probably give it to the Redmi for the day-to-day, just because of the things I've seen there. Just have a look as well at some game performance, opening two up at the same time. So this is Lara Croft Go. So I think the Redmi was faster there as well, just the way it is. This is FIFA 15 because the K3 can't handle FIFA 16. It doesn't appear in the Play Store. But I think you can see here the Redmi again, although it's very similar. So I'm going to give that to the Redmi, Mr. Redmi. Also, you know, web browsing, how is that handled on both of them? We can have a look here. Just going to go to some websites. So very similar here. Maybe the K3 loaded a bit quicker. So we're still loading on the K3, sorry, on the Redmi. You can see the bar was still going then, but for some reason it didn't give me the overview option, so it's quite difficult to see which one was doing better. But I think the K3 kind of loaded the overview quicker, but going into the link here was definitely the Redmi. And we do get an ad. GSM Arena. Whoa. So quite similar here. Maybe the K3 there coming out of it. Engadget. K3 again. Wow, these pages look different. Is this the same site? It doesn't look the same. Verge. So now we do have the Redmi coming back. Again, the Redmi there. So it's quite mixed if you ask me, you know. I think that a bit back and forth when it comes to the web browsing. Maybe the Redmi is better when it comes to loading the overview. But actually going into the link, I did notice some good speeds on the K3. Render fail here. So I'm going to call that a draw. You know, no one really outdoing themselves there. And here's the part of the speed test I'm dreading, and you know why. Because of this multitasking, which is interesting. So no reload on the K3. Wow, very nice. And it one more. Well, not one more. I'm only going to do a few of these because it drives me mad. Whoa. You see? This is why it drives me mad. LinkedIn. Boom. Again, reloading on the Xiaomi. You know, Xiaomi is usually quite good when it comes to this. And what about the camera? So quite similar there, you know, different animations really. And two more, because my head's gonna explode. Viber. Oh, we do have the Redmi. You see Viber routing for the losing phone as usual. That's what we like to see. There we go. FIFA. So reload here again, but this kept it in memory. So I'm right now thinking the K3 is better when it comes to multitasking. but the Redmi is a newer phone, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt for a couple of months, you know, while it's updated. But you can see, you know, I think you can see the speed on the K3 very good when it comes to the multitasking, but in general it seems that the app opening and multitasking, I think the app opening went to the Redmi, but the browsing was kind of mixed really. So, you know, I think you can see here they have strengths and weaknesses at the end of the day, and you know, that is what most phones have. So we can just basically have a look here at some of the camera shots I have been doing on both of them, and some of them very nice shots here on both of them, saying that you're paying pretty much nothing. However, I'm going to give it towards the Redmi for having the more accurate colours, as well as a more pleasurable experience shooting. You know, it shoots the HDR quicker in my opinion, and generally, however, I think the HDR actual quality probably better on the K3, but it just takes ages to shoot. So, and some of the shots as well, like this one for example, you can see very cartoonish colours here, whereas very nice and realistic on the Redmi. I did notice a weird kind of orange tinge though on some of the night shots with the Redmi, but nevertheless I'm thinking the Redmi is slightly better here when it comes to like most of the shots I took, and that you know, you can make your own mind up here which one you prefer, but I'm supporting the Redmi. So you can have a look as well at the video recording. I did do a test there. Hey guys, so we're just doing a quick little test here of the Xiaomi Redmi Note 2 versus the K3 Note for the video recording. Both of them full HD, so nothing fancy here, but hopefully we can see some comparable kind of quality. So we can just focus in on this little tree here to see how the focusing is. So you can see the Xiaomi seems to be very quick here, the Lenovo not so much. Can't really seem to get it to do anything. Not sure why that is, maybe it's just having a bad day, but nevertheless we can have a quick walk here and see how the stabilization is on both of them. Have turned it on, so it looks quite comparable on the screen, but I think for the focusing the Xiaomi is definitely ahead here. So as you can see, video recording on both of them, you know, very good, but I think the focusing is a bit laggy on the K3, so I'm probably going to tip it in the balance of the Redmi again. So I think you can summarise from this video really, the actual performance is quite mixed overall. You know, you're multitasking better on the K3, but the app opening better on the Redmi. So, you know, very kind of mixed performance here from these two very budget phones. But which one do I prefer? I'm probably going to go with the Redmi because of several reasons. I prefer the software for one. You know, it's Xiaomi software, it's quite familiar, and I think the Vibe UI on the Lenovo gets the job done, but it feels a bit kind of rushed in some places. Like for example, when you like going into the gallery here, and sometimes you want to go back into the camera, but it doesn't go back into the camera, and it's quite annoying. Also, there's quite a lot of like adware and stuff that you can't remove from the K3 if you buy it from overseas, whereas there's a lot less of that on the Xiaomi. And also sometimes I get aggressive advertising coming up on the K3 as well. So personally I do prefer the Redmi experience overall, but the K3, you know, is still a very good phone for the money. But you know, what do you think? That's the main thing. And yeah, Hope you enjoyed this little comparison. I will be doing some more comparisons with the Redmi, so do stay tuned for that, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.